And the argument with the never nesting is that uh, the more you nest, the more you have to hold in your head, and really good software systems don't nest too deeply. So for nesting, what we mean is anytime you have an open curly brace, you consider this a level of nesting. So when you're at the global scope like this would be no levels of nesting. And then as soon as you do this open curly brace, this is at nesting level 1. And then when you do the next curly brace here, this would be nesting level 2. And then as the never nester was pointing out, one way to minimize nesting is you check for error cases, failure cases, right at the beginning of these methods, and then you return when you enter that failure case. And then what happens is the good cases sort of get handled automatically in the later sections of that function or that method. But because the error cases have already exited, you don't need additional scope introduced to handle those. And in fact, this is a good example, is that what the author could have written was this. They could have written if this, then return, and then they could have said else. Otherwise, and then all of this was in a big else. But they didn't. And the reason why they didn't is they didn't need to, because the if will exit. And so then anything that doesn't exit here will just be part of the else. And so you don't need to say else. The else case is stated explicitly, which is fantastic. And now we've reduced the level of nesting in a very natural way. And on top of that, we've simplified the code by handling the error cases first.